Je m'appelle Lorenz, DG Douala Buea. Je suppose que tu t'attendais au DevFest 2029 et le 30 novembre 2024. Mais je tiens à t'informer que le DevFest a été repoussé pour le 7 décembre sur YouTube et le 14 décembre à Canal Olympia. Ta présence est prioritaire chez nous et je t'attends le 14 pour gagner max les t-shirts et les cartes.
Hi everybody, it's Sonia here, and I'm inviting you to DevFest Douala Buea from the 29th to 30th of November. I attended my first DevFest in 2021, and I got the opportunity to meet and network with industry experts, and I've been able to grow my career and my network ever since then. So I think it's going to be an incredible and fun experience for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you here on the 29th and 30th of November. Thank you very much.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Lorenz, DG Douala Buea. Je suppose que tu t'attendais au DevFest 2029 et le 30 novembre 2024. Mais je tiens à t'informer que le DevFest a été repoussé pour le 7 décembre sur YouTube et le 14 décembre à Canal Olympia. Ta présence est prioritaire chez nous et je t'attends le 14 pour gagner max les t-shirts et les cartes prépayées de PSIK.
Hi everybody, it's Sonia here, and I'm inviting you to DevFest Douala Buea from the 29th to 30th of November. I attended my first DevFest in 2021, and I got the opportunity to meet and network with industry experts, and I've been able to grow my career and my network ever since then. So I think it's going to be an incredible and fun experience for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you here on the 29th and 30th of November. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Please, can you hear me?
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone to this event. Hi, Junior. So, we have a very, very packed event today. And before we begin, I would just like us to do a little exercise and then we can start. I'm going to read out the agenda. First, we are going to have a welcome note and an introduction note from the lead of GDG Douala, who is Monsieur Laurent, if you can see him on the screen. But while we are preparing, or he's preparing to speak, can you just tell us where you are joining us from this afternoon? Because we are expecting people from both the southwest and the littoral region of Cameroon. So if you can just tell us where you are joining us from so that we can better know you, that would be great. So I'm watching the chat section. I have Junior Kamla. Hi, Junior. Thank you for joining. And I also have Hello Chrétien Dev. I don't know if that's their name, but hi. Thank you for joining. And I have Raisa and Nasa who have been discussing. Hi, Raisa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, Monsieur Laurent, are you available or are you Ready.
Yes, I am available. Uh,
Awesome.
okay, okay. I don't know if I'll talk in English or French, depending on where the people are. But I've seen people answering English and in French, so I think I will continue in English, since I presume the ecosystem is bilingual, so English will not be a problem. So, as Gael said, I am Congo Laurent, JDG Douala lead, and I'm really, really happy to have you guys here with us for this first day of their first, we'll say first day one of their first Douala Buea, since we have a day two, which is coming next week. And I hope everyone will be there, since we have a lot of stuff that will be given out to people. And so, I'm happy to have you here, and I hope you guys will enjoy this first day of their fest, and will be present on the second day. So thank you for that's all I have to say for today, and I really hope you enjoy this session from our speakers and also from our sponsor that will be highlighting soon during the day. Thank you, and I'm handing over to Gael and Lloyd.
Thank you so much, Laurent, for that warm welcome. I've seen a couple of people from Boya. You guys are all welcome. I saw Salome, I saw Randy. Welcome, everyone. So, for introductions, my name is Tuku Gayo, and I am one of the organizers of GDG Boya. I would also be one of the hosts for today's event. And now I will pass the floor to my co-host, Monsieur Loic. Please, would you mind introducing yourself for us?
Good morning everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. J'espère que vous allez bien. Je m'appelle Kopengono. Je suis co-organisateur du GG Douala. Voilà, j'espère que vous allez bien. Ça fait un an, ça fait plus d'un an en fait que le précédent DevFest est passé. Et nous espérons que vous allez aimer cette version, cette première version, parce que nous avons nous avons cette version online et nous avons la prochaine version on-site qui sera le 14 décembre, la semaine prochaine, je pense que c'est samedi prochain, oui, à Canal Olympia de Sengue. Voilà, j'espère que vous allez bien. Voilà, surtout partagez, likez, abonnez-vous. Également, partagez à tous vos amis. Nous avons de très, très bons speakers aujourd'hui et ils ne seront tardés. Et voilà, j'espère que vous allez aimer la fête. So, good morning, everyone. I hope you are well. I am Kopengunu from the GDG. I am a GDG organizer. I'm very happy to be here today. So, I will co-host with Gael. So, I hope you will enjoy this first edition of DevFest. For this year, we have two editions. You have online, you have also on site. It will be on 14 December in Douala, in present in Canal Olympia. So share this live with your old friends, for your company, for your manager. So I hope you will learn more also. So thank you, Gael. I will give you the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Loic. Thank you very much for that introduction. So, yeah, like you clearly see, we have people from both Boya and Douala in our midst. So, we are going to have a very, very bilingual event today. Starting off, I think we are going to present our very first speaker who will be talking to us about security. Now, this speaker is a very, very interesting one, and his talk is also very interesting. I am really looking forward to it. So I am going to pass over the mic to Loic for Loic to introduce this amazing speaker for us. Loic, you have the floor.
Merci Gaël. Pour ce tout premier temps, on va avoir une session avec Thierry Diquet. Il va nous entretenir notamment sur la sécurité des applications, également leurs différents prix. Voilà, il est DevSecOps, il est ingénieur en DevSecOps. Voilà, donc il sera avec nous tout à l'heure. Nous espérons que vous allez aimer. Et voilà, on vous rejoint tout à l'heure. Merci.
Okay, so I think Mr. Thierry is not yet with us at the moment, and hopefully we are going to have him later on with us. So moving forward, we are going to call our next speaker since this is an online session and we understand that the network and also electricity in Cameroon is just not very reliable. So for our next item on the agenda, we are going to play you guys a video for one of our sponsors of this event. Please, we are going to do a shout out to all of our sponsors of this event because without their support, this would not be possible. So, and first sponsor for today is going to be Payseeker, and I don't know if you guys know about them, but they have a mobile app that enables you to do mobile or banking transactions from the comfort of your home, and they also offer a Visa card for all of us who like shopping abroad, especially Steve. So we are going to have their video next so that you are going to know more about them and also look forward to meeting them in person next week, Saturday on the 14th in Douala. So, Loic, please, the video for our sponsor, Payseeker.
Vous recherchez une solution de paiement électronique stable. Voici pour vous Payseeker. Profitez d'une expérience unique en payant sur des millions de plateformes avec frais de transaction plus bas que terme. Plus aucun souci à se faire pour les frais de recharge, car nous vous proposons une panoplie de moyens de recharge, depuis les mobile money jusqu'à la recharge par vos banques habituelles. Pour rester plus proche de vous et vous signifier notre soutien infini, nous vous offrons des remboursements allant jusqu'à 100% de votre achat, ainsi que le cheminement de votre produit depuis le pays d'achat jusqu'à votre domicile. Téléchargez Payseeker maintenant.
So if you want to know more about them, you can go to their website and know more about them. I think we are going to drop the link to their website in the chat box. Okay. Moving on. we are going to call again on our speaker, Mr. Thierry. We just got word that he is now available for us. So while he's trying to set up his slides, I am going to do his introduction. So Mr. Thierry is an AI engineer. He started his career as a cloud data engineer, and he has obtained 2 Google Cloud certifications ever since. He has the certifications are the Cloud Associate Engineer from Google and the Cloud Professional Cloud Architect, like just the names. He has worked on cloud technologies before, and he developed interest in security and operations while using cloud technologies. So he now works as a DevSecOps research engineer, where he develops solutions and secure backends on premise cloud. He founded and led the very first GDSC in Belgium, and now he is an organizer for GDG over there. That is an amazing profile, and I don't know about you, but I am very excited to hear him talk. So please, if you are, just show a reaction, and if you are if you are as excited as I am, then I don't know, it's really going to be a great talk. So Mr. Thierry is going to be talking to us about how securing his app cost him more than he had expected. So I really want to learn more about security, and also what it even costs to secure an app, because I believe there are so many mobile app engineers and even software engineers here with us. So Mr. Thierry, you have the floor. Are you ready for us?
Yes, thank you, Jacob, for the introduction. It's a pleasure for me to be here to give talk to DevFest Douala because I've just organized the DevFest months here in Belgium, so it's always a pleasure for me to participate in DevFest. Okay. So I suppose that I have to share my screen to share the slide, right?
Yes, please. And just to note, if you have any questions while he is giving his talk, you can drop it at the chat section. We are going to have questions after his talk. So please listen carefully, and we are awaiting for your questions.
Yes. Okay. Tell me when you see my presentation. Okay. I guess I have a problem with the presentation. I don't know what's wrong. Give me a minute.
Okay, Loic is our technical person for today. Loic, would you mind sharing your slides with Loic, so that since he is already handling the screen sharing for this event, he can just share while you go ahead. Okay, guys, please, while they are figuring out the issues with sharing, please, can you drop on the chat section maybe what you are hoping to get from this particular talk? I know there are a lot of security enthusiasts here as well. I saw Miss Tambe Salome, who is one of the organizers for, I believe, Cyber Combi. She's also an alumni of the Cyber Girls cybersecurity program. So all those interested in security and also cloud DevOps, if you have any questions or if you even have any expectations of this talk, please, we are waiting to hear from you in the comment section.
Okay. Okay, tell me if it's okay. Okay. Hello, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to DevFest Douala. Today, we talk about securing the cost of securing an application. Okay. Could you please tell me if you can all hear me, please? Can you hear me, please? Okay. Okay. Let's start then. First of all, why am I? As the introduction said before, started my study with a bachelor degree, and then I did a master degree in AI. And then I worked as a test engineer, then worked as a cloud data engineer, and now I'm currently working as a DevSecOps research engineer. This is a QR code for those who want to connect. Okay. Just the plan of the presentation. First of all, we talk about why should I secure my service. When you code an application or you create a web app, you always have a reason to secure your application. Then we talk about SSGC, and you see that there are 2 points in gray. That's normal because I don't think we have enough time to talk about them today. But if you have some questions related to them, we can do so. Okay, don't hesitate to ask questions if you have it. Right. Now, why should I secure my services? There's several reasons to secure services. Here are at least 3 reasons to secure your application. You can have regulatory requirement, for example, for GDPR, CIA or CCPA. The GDPR is a regulation for data protection in Europe, and CIA is a Cyber Resilience Act. The CCPA is the equivalent of GDPR for United States. And then you can have sensitive data or security breach. Right, let's start with regulatory requirement. For regulatory requirement, the GDPR say that whatever you do, which kind of application you are developing, you must ensure that there is no data loss, no matter the way that it happens. For the CIA, this is a regulation that concerns for those who want to put product on the market in Europe. You must ensure that you have some cybersecurity norm in your application. There are some requirements for cybersecurity to put your product on the market in Europe. You have 2 links of article where you can find more information about that regulation. Okay, for sensitive data, for example, as me, I'm currently working as a research engineer in an innovation center. You can have some research result that you don't want to share yet with the community, and you need to protect them. Or maybe when you work on a project with a partner, you often have to sign an NDA, is an obligation that you don't have to add information disclosure. Right, for security breach is pretty similar for the previous slide, but here security breach we talk about industrial spying, maybe when you start a new company and you don't want anyone to steal your idea. Okay, now this is a brief introduction for some reason that you have to secure your application. Now we talk about ECGLC. What is ECGLC? Here you have an image about the classic software development lifecycle that everyone knows. I think is the most used process in software development. First of all, when you have the idea, you start create planning. Okay, you say that in 3 months, this has to be done. In 6 months, this has to be done, and so on. And then you define the requirements. The requirement is something like the backlog, where you write all the features of your application and all the needs of your application have to cover. And then you build a design and prototype that has to be validated by your client. Now you can start the software development once the prototype is validated. Here, and then you have the testing phase where you test your application, and then you step into the deployment and operation maintenance. But okay, where's the problem here? The problem here is that there is no security in that process, no visible security. Why? Because security appears in that phase, in the phase of testing. Once you already written a lot of code, and then you start thinking about security in your application. But that's not the good way to do that. That's why ECGLC exists. The ECGLC is just one extra word in the classic ECGLC that we know. And the extra word is just for secure. And the purpose here is to add security at any step of the process of software development. First of all, you have the risk assessment, which is the equivalent of the planning, is the classic ECGLC. The risk assessment is the step where you try to identify all the risks that your project is subject to. Okay, you have a lot of risks and you have some framework that help you to prepare from that. Okay, it's pretty, it's not easy to master that, but it's important. And then once you do the risk assessment, you start modeling the traits for your application. Is the equivalent of design and prototyping. And below you will see the code scanning and review. This is so important because this is not just writing code, but write secure coding and the code getting reviewed by an experienced developer or something that validates what you are writing. Okay, we get deeper later in that presentation. Nice. Here you can see the cost. Okay, imagine that you start thinking about security during the design phase, If you think about security during the design phase, you have to pay the cost, okay, that is implied. But if you detect a bug during the implementation phase, it can cost you almost 6.5 times the cost that you have to pay if you talk about security during the design phase. If you detect a bug during the testing phase, it can cost you almost 15 times. Don't talk about if you detect a bug during the maintenance phase, it can cost you almost 100 times the cost. So it's too expensive to think about security. The later you detect the bug, the more it will cost you to solve that. Okay, let's start with risk assessment. At this stage, you, as I said before, you have to identify security consideration, okay? For risk assessment, it can be qualitative or quantitative. Okay, at the right side, you have the risk matrix, okay, where you have the severity, and in the other axis, you have the likelihood. The likelihood is the probability for the event to happen. Okay, for the qualitative risk, you evaluate risk severity by the likelihood. Okay, even if it's not real numbers. But for the quantitative part, you calculate the loss expectancy. And the loss expectancy is the unit by the numbers of users by the probability for the event to happen. Let's take an example. Imagine that you have an application with 1,000 users, and it costs you $20,000 if you have data disclosure for a single user. And the likelihood, the probability for that event to happen is something like 0.001. And you calculate your loss expectancy by multiplying the unit, that is $20,000 by 1,000 users by the probability for the event to happen. And if that loss expectancy is smaller than the cost of integrating security, you can say that, okay, it's not worth it to integrate security because whatever happened, it will cost me less. Great, but if the loss expectancy is greater than the cost to integrate security, you should think about that. But pay attention that that doesn't mean that it's not important to integrate security, even if the loss expectancy is smaller than the cost for integrating security. Okay, threat modeling. But the threat modeling here, you have several methods for implementing threat modeling. So you can have the stride method that stands for spoofing, tampering, reputation, information disclosure, denial of services, and elevation of privilege. So there are some topics you have to focus on when you make threat modeling. And have other methods like DREAD or PASTER. Okay, for code scanning and review, the code scanning can be manually done or automated, but it's advised to combine both methods, okay? Not only automated or not only manual to improve the productivity and to go faster. And those results have to be reported to the developer teams in order to correct what is in the result. Okay, for testing application, you have SAST, you have DAST, and IST. The SAST stands for Static Application Security Testing. This is the white box method that directly analyzes the source code of your application. And the dynamic testing is black burst and test vulnerability while the application is running. IS is gray box is something like the combination of black box and white box. But you do that when the application is running, when you have some interaction with your application. Maybe when you have some HTTP request to send your application and get a response, and analyze the result of the HTTP request and send another one based on the previous result. Okay, for the source code security, you have some tips that for here, maybe to ensure that the credential you use respect the principle of least privilege. This is so important. Don't give role to those who don't need that. This is very important, and you don't have to share the same credential. You don't have to share the same credential across multiple contexts. Okay, maybe if one point is attacked, you could be vulnerable on different contexts. And always be sure that you don't share your secret in your source code. This is not acceptable. Maybe use some secret environment variable as much as possible. You have some tools that helps you to scan your Git repository in order to find if you have some secret disclosure in your repository. Okay, this is the timeline of application security testing. You have first SES and SA, and then you have the SES and DEST, SES, DEST, IS, and at the end, you have the RASP. The RASP is not mandatory, but is highly recommended. Why? Because the RASP helps you to analyze the user pattern on your web application or your mobile application in order to prevent attack. So the user traffic pattern, based on the user traffic pattern, you can detect rapidly if you have an attack on the application. Okay, once you have your source code, now you have the CI/CD files in order to deploy your application correctly. But even your CI/CD must be protected. And you have several ways to attack CI/CD. Maybe you can insert a reverse shell in your pipeline. And if your pipeline executes directly what it's saying, you can get attacked with a reverse shell program. Nice. So it's highly recommended to have a single source repository. Always have a single source repository, whatever happens, and have to frequently check what code is to do some automated build to gain some time, and to use as much as possible containerization. Why using containerization? You have to use containerization in order to reduce the attack surface of your CI/CD. Imagine that you have all your CI/CD straight, and if you get attacked, you could be more vulnerable than if you use containerization, because you separate all your instance in container. But using containerization implies that you have to secure your container too, because containers are not classic virtual machine, but containers have their own file system, and you should not run your container in root privilege. This is not acceptable, because if anyone steps into your container, it can do anything he wants, and it can run some admin command and so on. Container should have an immutable file system. So that means if anyone steps into your container, they cannot change anything in your container without having the right privilege. Okay? And you can scan your container in order to find vulnerability. You have some tools to perform that. to scan your container to check vulnerability and correct it if necessary. And one of them is Gripe. Gripe is a well-known tool that, to analyze containers. It can be used on a Docker image and container file system. Okay, so I've already used Gripe and it worked very good. Nice. This is a brief description on how you can use Gripe to analyze your Docker image and to check vulnerabilities, even if it is a local Docker image or an imported one. Right. Now we have security assessment. A security assessment can be done in two parts. First of all, you have the first part that is vulnerability assessment. The vulnerability assessment focuses on finding just vulnerability without validating them. So I don't want to know if this is a false positive or a false negative. What I want is just to find vulnerabilities on my system. You can automate them, maybe if whatever you want in your application. It can be software, it can be a cyber physical system. If it's a cyber physical system, like maybe a sensor or a camera and so on, you can use tools like OpenVAS to scan the vulnerability on the application. OpenVAS work very good because I'm currently using OpenVAS in some projects in my job. Okay, and you have penetration testing. So usually in the development team, you have the blue team and you have the red team. Okay, the blue team aims to protect your application, so they do whatever they can in order to prevent any attack on the application, and the red team try to attack the application to test the robustness of your application to resist from attack. Okay, you have a lot of tools that help you to make penetration testing, like Metasploit and so on. You can use reverse shell program, as I explained before, doing CI/CD. For those who use Kali Linux, they can. There are a lot of software that help you, a lot of tools that help you to make penetration testing pretty good. Okay, nice. We reach our conclusion. I don't know if I have some time again. Okay. How much time left? Okay. So in conclusion, what you have to get from this presentation, the main important thing is that security should not be a step of the development lifecycle. No, the security should not be a specific step during your development lifecycle, but security should be present at any step of the software development lifecycle. Why? Because it increases your productivity, it's cost efficient, it enhances your security, and it makes you to respond faster in case of incident, because you will locate easily where the failure is from. Okay, and if you build secure software, you will automatically gain trust and confidence from the customer. And of course, you have quality assurance, where you have to build a robust application and help your application to respond to some edge cases. All right. Okay. If I have some time, tell me if I'm out of time. But I would like to show you this is always the top 10. The always the top 10 is updated every year. And it's really important for developer to know what is OWASP top 10. OWASP top 10, you have the OWASP top 10 for API, for web application, okay? And if, when you are coding, you should ensure that your code and your application respects all the OWASP top 10. maybe for broken access control, from injection, as I said before, injection, you can have command injection and SQL injection. If you use raw SQL query in your application, make sure that all your interaction with the user are sanitized. This is really important. You can have insecure design, server-side request forgery, and so on. So always make sure that you respect object OWASP top 10 when you code an application. And you have OWASP top 10 for LLM2 because now with the expansion of Gen AI, or Gen AI on somebody don't know where are those models from. Okay, I don't know if some people here develop Gen AI based application, but when you use model for your Gen AI application, be sure that you use the correct model. There are some vulnerability your application are subject to. Okay. For example, if you import a model from Hugging Face, Hugging Face is a platform where you have open model, or some people train the model for you and post it on Hugging Face. But you don't know which data they use to train the model, but you just use the model to inject them in your application. That's not a good practice. You have to make sure that data are correct. You have to make sure to be safe from supply chain vulnerability. Okay, the supply chain vulnerabilities can happen in web application too, or mobile application. Maybe if you code in Flutter, you have some package that are developed by some people, but you don't know if that library are infected or not. But the supply chain vulnerability aims to attack your application by attacking one of the library that your application uses. So make sure to stay updated. Maybe to take ExploitDB is a public database of well-known exploit, or CVE for MITRE, to check if the library that you are using, you use the right version, or you are not using an infected version of a library. That's really important. Okay, thank you for your attention, and if you have some questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you so much, for that. Sorry for that. Yeah, I think we have so many people that have learned a lot from this today, and we have a couple of questions for you. So our first question is from Laura, who is asking you about the current DGI website. I don't know if you know about what's going on, but currently now in Cameroon, everyone has been asked to declare that, and the online website that we have to do that on the DGI. So Laurent is asking if, in your opinion, you think there is anything lacking on that website.
Okay, that's a good question. But I can't say that I can't say if the website lacks something or not. But I have to remember something. Penetration testing of a website that is not yours is illegal. Okay, so I remember when I started working in security, my favorite hobby was to test security on some website, to make some protection tests on website to check if it's secure enough or not. But it's illegal to do that. Okay, I didn't test the DJI website to check if it's vulnerable or not. But maybe it could be secure or not, since it's a government website. I think they could take some measure to to secure the website.
Thank you very much. Hopefully, the team in charge of that would do that so that to make sure the site is secure. So our next question is from Maxwell Bala, and he's asking, what tools does the dev team use to test for security flaws in applications?
Okay, I think it depends of the application. It depends on the application that you're developing. Okay, if you are using a CPS, cyber physical system, attacking a cyber physical system like a camera or microphone is not the same. You can attack it the same way as a mobile application. Okay, first of all, you can start checking for vulnerability on the website. For example, using tool like Zap. I don't know if you know Zap. By checking if there are some root, some URL, open URL, insecure URL, and checking for the alert of the result. And you can detect if you have some attack surface. Maybe, okay, I see that there is a common injection possibility on that website of, or maybe there is an SQL injection possibility. So you can start attacking by pressing the a command or the SQL query to the field where you want to attack the website. I process that this, assuming that it's your own application. Maybe you are developing a web application, you want to test if there is an SQL injection possibility. You can use tools like OWASP, Zap, that works pretty good for that kind of for web application. And for mobile application, you can check all the features of the application. For example, if you are developing a Gen AI-based application, you know that this application use maybe a Flutter package. You can list all the Flutter package that I use for Gen AI-based application. And now you can check the exploit DB. That is an open database, exploit dash DB. And you check the name of the library. Okay, and if you check the name of the library, you see that, okay, I see that this library is infected. And you know if you have, if the exploit is published, and you can extract the code of the exploit and send it to the application to block the system. And you can use maybe a reversion program. Maybe if you're a developer, you have access to CI/CD. You can send a small reversion program and then open a port and redirect the CI/CD to that port and have access, break access, escalate privilege. You have so many ways to do penetration testing, but I can't explain it. I think we won't have enough time to cover them today, but you have my contact if you want to discuss about how to make penetration testing on basic application, or you can start a small application. Feel free to contact me and we can discuss about that further.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Thierry, for that. I think we are also going to drop your contacts and social media handles on the chat so that anyone that would like to reach out to you would do so. So for our last question for you, they are asking what common pitfalls lead to the cost of securing applications that exceed initial expectations.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. What common pitfalls lead to the cost of securing applications that exceed initial expectations?
The cost of securing application, right? I think the cost of securing application if you start a process, the software development life cycle, I think the cause could be just integrating security team in the process of development, not waiting, developing the application, and then instead the security team to secure what you have developed before. Because it will cost you more time and more money, because you would have to check what the developer have done before, and maybe check for any other vulnerabilities. But I think the cheaper way is to integrate security team in the whole process of development lifecycle. From the planning, the security team will perform the risk assessment and trade modeling and so on. You should have two teams, blue team and red team. The blue team at the beginning performing risk analysis, trade modeling, write secure code, respect the OWASP top 10, and red team to test the application that has been developed.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that theory. And again, like I said, if there are any further questions, we would share your contact information so that they can reach out to you privately. Once again, thank you so much for taking out the time to be here with us, and thank you for everything you shared. It's been an honor to have you. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. It was a great play, and it was my first time speaking at DevFest Douala. So I'm coming, and I grew up in Cameroon before going abroad, but
Yeah.
it was a pleasure to give the talk for the DevFest Douala. Thank you again.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much. So, we are going to move on to our next speaker on the agenda. Our next speaker is going to be talking to us about artificial intelligence. His talk is titled Embracing the Age of AI, Becoming the Top 5%. And our speaker is none other than Mr. Romaric Akam. So a short a short introduction of Romaric before he gets right into it. Romaric is a passionate and innovative full stack web developer, and he has been a software developer and software engineer for over 3 years in the industry, if I'm not mistaken. He has worked with a host of front-end libraries and frameworks such as React.js, Vue.js, and Flutter, and also numerous back-end systems. So, without wasting any more time, Mr. Romaric, you have the floor. Welcome.
Thank you very much. I don't know if I'm very audible. Can you just confirm that with me?
Yes,
Can you hear
yes,
me?
yes, yes, you can.
Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome again to the first 2024. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. I'm so excited to share the knowledge I have and the information that I possess to give you, and also I believe in my heart that is going to help you, because you know the difference between where you are now and where you're supposed to be is just information. So we're going to jump right straight into the presentation, and keep your questions coming. Keep your questions in the chat. Even as we go on, you see anything or you're in doubt of anything, just keep the questions in the chat. We're going to get to it at the end, and I'm sure we'll have enough time for it. Okay, so let's go on this journey together as we begin. So, okay, let me present. Okay, 1 second, guys. Okay, please let me know if you can see my slide, guy. I just need a confirmation. You can drop it in the chat. Guy, can you see my slide? Okay, wow, that's amazing. Okay, so once again, welcome to the first 2024, and my name is Romarika Kam. As guys said, I'm a full stack mobile and web developer. I'm also an AI enthusiast and a blockchain evangelist as well, venturing into technologies that are emerging and yeah, getting my feet wet in the waters. So we are going to be talking about embracing the age of AI and becoming the top 5% in the process. So AI is currently transforming every single sector that there is in this world, and it is just right for us as developers, especially, to make the most out of it since we are most tech savvy and we are most tech, I'll say, open, right, to try out new tools and to adopt new technology, right. It is in our position, right, to get into this new technology and see what it entails and see what how it can better our lives, or how it can make us more efficient, or how it can make us stand out, right, from the crowd, because it's a competitive environment where you have other developers that are more seasoned, that went to better schools than you, to that went to better bootcamp programs, that have better resources than you, that have better machines than you. But I feel like AI has come to give us a level playing ground where, with this the largest of device that you can have, you can still compete at a very top level that nobody would even imagine that you have that sort of device, or you are not running probably a a huge platform, or you're not running on a very powerful device. So I believe that AI has come to stay, and AI has come to change the industry and change the game. And us as developers needs to look for ways in which we can adapt to this technology and upgrade ourselves by the use of this technology. So I'll just give us a brief evolution of technologies. And the reason I'm doing this is because for you to see the trend in which we have been in for the longest of time, right? We had the original introduction of Web 1.0, and it came with a lot of static web technologies where we just had an HTML page and some CSS attached to it, and we had a lot of colors. I don't know if you guys have seen some of those images from the 1990s, right? We had a lot of pages where they just colors everywhere and just HTML CSS, no functionality. And it was a big marvel to the people at that time, because they could not believe that on their phone they could go online and maybe see a hotel reservation, or maybe post research something about accounting. They were coming from the paper days, where of the printing press days, where everything was being printed on paper. So whatever you needed, you had to look for a paper or a publication or a textbook that had it. So Web 1.0 really came to change things, right? To upgrade the industry into a more digital ecosystem. But see, it was not yet enough, right? It was not yet enough. And later on down the line, in the 2000s, we saw the emergence of Web 2.0, where it came with user-generated content and interactivity. And these are the days of the Facebooks, the YouTube, the initial starting of YouTube, where it was a dating site. We saw the initial the rise of Yahoo. We saw the rise of companies like the Netscape browser, right? These products really brought about the Web 2.0, and it really added a layer of value to Web 1.0, because it now gave websites an interactivity. You could not just go and view a website, but you could view the website, right, and actually interact on it on a certain level, or on a certain level, based on whatever the website was offering. So let's say you were going to a ride booking website or a hotel website, you could actually book the hotel, and you could actually get a feedback that you have booked the hotel, that your room has been reserved, and all the like. So that is what Web 2.0 brought for us, right? That is what Web 2.0 brought for us, and it brought a whole host of companies that are multi-billion-dollar companies today. Like, for example, we see the Googles, we see the Facebooks, we see the Meta. Sorry, Meta is Facebook. We see the other companies that we popularly know, right? And so, yeah. And then the next advent of technologies came with the cloud and the mobile, where everything became super interactive, where we saw the emergence of the web and the mobile, in a sense that you could have a website but you could still access that website very responsively on a mobile device. You could have a mobile device and it could accurately or seamlessly interact with the cloud. We saw the advent of cloud technology, cloud backups, and initial companies that really explore these technologies are some companies like Dropbox, right? Where we now start seeing other companies offering similar cloud services like Google Drive, Apple iCloud, and there are a whole bunch of other of other companies offering cloud services. And even in this age, we also saw the explosion of cloud computing and cloud cloud technologies, where we now have full CI/CD pipelines being configured, and it's just on the fly, where people could configure things and it just works, right? They don't need to start worrying about configuring step by step. You could just configure a cloud pipeline and it just works and everything flows seamlessly. And even as my previous speaker was saying about the security of this cloud services or cloud pipelines, we saw that age where we had to get into containerizations, um, extractions, virtualizations, and all the like, virtual machines. I mean, so it brought about a whole host of technologies that the world had not seen before, right? The world had not seen before, but still, it was still lacking a certain level of automation. And what was this certain level of automation? Was the fact that we could we could write repetitive tasks and we could forget about them. For example, we all know that there are certain tasks that if we want to do, we need to constantly come and modify it to suit other use cases. So that was the limitation of that era, or that was the limitation where the industry was currently facing. Then now came the age of AI, where we found out that we could train a machine and a machine could think for itself, not necessarily thinking as a human being, but thinking in logic and circuits to bring inferences together, right? And predict, or let me say, decide on what to do, right? We saw that age, and and it's revolutionary in the sense that it gives us a whole wide range of possibilities in of application
Sorry, I am mute. Okay, excuse me. So, say that you are facing some issue with our speaker. So, give us some couple of minutes. We will come back to you during your service issue. Thank you.
Hi everyone, please can you hear me? Okay, I think you can. So I just wanted to say that we are deeply sorry for the technical issues. It seems like our speaker, Mr. Romaric, has some internet issues on his end, and he has not been able to join us for now. So while we are waiting for him to join and also preparing the next speakers on the agenda, we are going to have a short exercise that I would like us to do. So I would like us to take a screenshot of our phones or whatever devices we are using now and make a post on social media talking about DevFest Douala and Douala 2024. You can post on X, you can post on LinkedIn, and just maybe say one thing that you've learned today or one person that you've met today. And you can please not forget to tag GDG Douala and GDG Boya on all of the posts that you make. So I would give us a couple of minutes to complete the exercise. And maybe when you are done, you can even paste the link to the post here in the comment section so that others can join you to like and reshare.
Alors, bonjour, voilà, bonjour, j'espère que vous allez bien. Nous nous excusons pour ce désagrément. Voilà, c'est, voilà, comme on dit souvent, l'homme a créé la machine et la machine a fini par perdre l'homme. J'ai oublié. Voilà, nous allons passer notre tout prochain speaker. Et voilà, bon, malheureusement, le président nous a quittés. Donc, il a eu des problèmes techniques. Et là, nous allons passer à notre prochain speaker qui s'appelle Steve Yonke. Avant qu'il ne présente, je vais d'abord faire une toute petite introduction de notre speaker. Steve Young, c'est un ingénieur en dev, voilà, c'est un back-end développeur, donc il va toucher tout ce qui sera back-end. Il est également voilà, très concentré dans l'excellence de tout ce qui sera architecture logicielle. Il fait également du design, il est également passionné pour un travail créatif pendant ses temps libres. Steve, est-ce que tu es là? Est-ce que tu es prêt à nous accompagner, à partager tes connaissances aujourd'hui avec notre communauté? Est-ce que tu nous entends déjà? Ah, mais si, la machine a failli pas trahir l'homme. Steve, est-ce que tu peux débloquer ton micro, s'il te plaît? On t'entend pas. Oups. Allô? Oups. Steve? Oulala. En fait, ton micro, en fait. On t'entend pas, en fait. Ton micro est coupé. Steve nous a également lâché. On a notre... Steve nous a lâché. Bon, le temps qu'on revienne à Steve, on va passer à notre sponsor, à l'un de nos sponsors, Paysica. Je ne sais pas si vous connaissez Paysica. Voilà, Paysica, c'est une fintech. C'est une fintech qui propose notamment des services. Et Paysica a décidé cette année de nous honorer. Donc, nous allons passer son spot. Voilà, si vous êtes à la recherche de solutions de paiement en ligne, si vous recherchez un moyen de paiement facile, simple, n'hésitez surtout pas d'aller sur Play Store ou bien sur App Store et télécharger l'application Paysica. Et voilà, vous aurez la possibilité notamment utiliser tout ce qui sera service bancaire, faire toutes vos opérations en ligne, tout ce qui sera Netflix, PayPal, etc., etc. Là, nous allons passer à notre sponsor Paysica. Allez.
Vous recherchez une solution de paiement électronique stable. Voici pour vous Paysica. Profitez d'une expérience unique en payant sur des millions de plateformes avec frais de transaction plus bas que terme. Plus aucun souci à se faire pour les frais de recharge, car nous vous proposons une panoplie de moyens de recharge, depuis les mobile money jusqu'à la recharge par vos banques habituelles. Pour rester plus proche de vous et vous signifier notre soutien infini, nous vous offrons des remboursements allant jusqu'à 100% de votre achat, ainsi que le cheminement de votre produit depuis le pays d'achat jusqu'à votre domicile.
Ok, je pense que nous allons passer à notre prochain speaker. Nous allons revenir avec Romaric le temps qu'il continue sa présentation. Nous allons aller un peu rapidement, un peu speed. Ok. Romaric, are you there?
Yes. Sorry,
Okay.
where did I end? I didn't notice the
I think he's on the age of AI, something like that. So we going very
which of these slides?
no, the previous one.
This one.
No, the previous.
This
Yes, it's
one.
there. Yes. So we going
Right
very
here.
faster because the time is not with us.
Oh,
So I
yes.
will leave you like 10 minutes, please. Can go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that I was disconnected, and I was just presenting and going. Since it's on a separate page, I could not be
Okay.
coming back and going. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just rush through it. I have just 10 minutes to see what basically I've been saying before. So the evolution of software technologies, we saw the advent of the static websites in the 1990s, where we had just HTML and CSS, and we had no interactivity with the website. And we had Web 2.0 with the user-generated content and interactivity with the advent of JavaScript, and which made websites more interactive and usable, right, to the average or to the outdoor user. We also encounter the age of the cloud and the mobile first technologies, which we almost are still in, where we had the advent of cloud computing, cloud technologies, cloud backup storages, mobile and web development at scale. So, and now we are in the forefront, or we are in the beginner stages of an AI era that has come to change and to shift up software development to a new height. So the role of AI in software development, I'll just say that AI has come to make us faster and to provide us with a more efficient way to do what we normally do as software engineers. It applies to a whole host of fields like computer vision, machine learning, research, development, medicines, construction, infrastructure. It has come to provide us with a smarter and a faster way to do the same things that we have been doing before, and a whole host of things that we could not even imagine that we could do before with AI. So adapting or upskilling um, yourself as a developer. Now, basically upskilling yourself as a software developer is a very vital skill, right? For because integrating AI into your workflow gives you an edge of efficiency over repetitive tasks or over brainstorming tasks. Now, what do I mean? AI came to shift us from the level of um, pre-requirements and processes and procedure into the stage of the outcome, right? So right now, integrating AI into your workflow and integrating actively using AI gives you an edge where you just need to know the outcome of what you need to do, or the outcome of what your client expects you to do, and you could very efficiently and very fast come out with that solution in no time. Even at work, gives you that edge. I'm so sorry that I'm rushing. We don't really have enough time since we had that interruption. So the future of AI in software development. Now, AI is going in a specific direction, and like any other technology, we need to adapt or jump on the bandwagon or get left behind, right? AI has come to automate a lot of things. AI has come to kick out a lot of processes that were in place in the normal self-development lifecycle. AI has come to make a lot of things more efficient, right? And to get immediate feedback from whatever you want to do or however you want to do that thing. So it gives you that speed and efficiency for you to be able to implement something and get an immediate feedback of what you want to do, rather than spending like 3 to 4 months with a software development team of about 6 people to come up with something, then start getting feedback. With the AI tools that are available now, you could still do that same thing and have that feedback in the space of a month or even less than that. So AI is moving towards AGI, which is simply artificial general intelligence, and it is a type of artificial intelligence that does not really need the active involvement of a human being in its operations or in its activities. So the AGI can decide to maybe build a website. The AGI can decide to maybe start a business online. The AGI can decide to maybe run a company, right, in an entire factory. And us as humans or us as developers are going to build that system. And that's where we see that there's a host of opportunities in that area or in that aspect for us to explore and for us to become more productive and more relevant in the society and in the industry. So AI as a tool and not a replacement. I'm very sure that many of us have heard the term AI has come to take your job, right? AI has come to take your job. And of the truth, AI has come to take your job. But AI is most certainly going to take the jobs of people that don't want to upskill to AI or to upskill to use AI to do their jobs, right? Like one of my mentors usually says that AI has come to take the job of somebody that's not, or somebody that AI will not take your job, but it's somebody that is using AI will take your job. So it's basically for you to use it as a tool to make yourself more efficient and more uh, um, increase your development speed, right? So becoming a high achiever in the age of AI, you need to be curious, you need to be adaptable, and you need to be innovative. Now, what do I mean by curious? Be curious to know what are the new updates or what are the new release that are going on in the industry, right? Be curious to know the updates that are available online. Be curious to know the updates that are being shipped out by these companies that are actively developing AI tools for us to use. Or even you yourself getting into the field of AI, you need to be up to date with the technologies, the new coding styles, the new should I say schematics that are available for you to use as an AI engineer. Now, you need to understand that we are in an information age, and information gets old really fast, or really it gets out of date really fast. In a sense that back in the day, let's say 2017, 2018, 2019, you could have a resource, and that resource will be valid for a very long time. But the rate at which information is changing and the rate at which information is going out of date, right now, after like 6 months, information changes a lot because AI has made research more fast, AI has made development more fast, AI has made discoveries more fast. So the things that were previously limiting before when are now being accelerated to, let's say, a 5x speed, where after every 6 months technology changes. So we need to get curious, we need to be adaptable, we need to be innovative, think fast, create fast, and think of better solutions that you can implement with AI. So even as we about to dive into questions, I would just like to say this, that AI is an opportunity for to level the playing field for a lot of us, right? Some of us might not know this, but with the use or with the advent of AI, people will hardly or will most certainly find it very difficult to judge what type of system you're using or what type of resources you have at hand, right? It has come to level the playing field. Now, right now, you can build systems you did not imagine that you can build. Right now, you can work faster than you could not even imagine that you could work, and you can achieve better solutions in lesser time, right? Like for example, before let's say before the age of AI or before the advent of AI or generative models, you could take a lot of time before you want to develop, let's say, a website for a company. You could take, let's say, 2 or 3 months. Let's say the company is big, or a hospital, for example, 2 or 3 months in a team of 6 people. But if I can use this as an example, here at in Check Inc., we've used with the use of AI and the integration of AI into our workflows and our every CI/CD pipelines, development and deployment and everything. We have used less than a month to develop a project with very less manpower. Let's say just two of us to develop a project that could have taken us 6 months to do. But we deployed it, tested it, and we're about deploying it to the company servers in 1 month. So AI has come as a tool and also as a competitor, and you need to have that in mind. As a competitor, you need to know how to compete against it, and the tools that are being built to automate the processes that are already available. And as a tool, you need to know how to use it to your advantage to automate your processes that you're currently doing to be able to stand out in the industry. Thank you. So all your questions, I'm available for it right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Romari. Thank you. We are sorry with this issue. That's our situation. So we have
Yeah.
one question for our telespectator. What tool can you provide for professional to be efficient with AI? Like two tools can you recommend?
Okay. What type of professional are you talking about? What type of
What
industry are you in?
what tool like can you give two tools professional can use to be professional or two tools professional can use to be more efficient?
Okay. What type of professional? C'est quelle profession?
Uh,
If my
oh,
French is
like
correct.
developer, yes, because here our
Okay.
community is developer, yes.
Okay. So currently, right now, I'll give you an example where we currently implement and we currently integrate. Um, we currently run a company and we are just about two of us. We have one other person, but it's not really a full-time person. We need to do social media, we need to do the coding, we need to do marketing, we need to do proposals, we need to do letters, and yeah, we need to do project scopes, project timelines, documents, all of those things. We don't have more than 24 hours in a day to achieve all of that. So there are a host of um, resources or tools that are available. First and foremost, ChatGPT.
Okay,
It's paid, but there are a lot of applications that can give you the same functionality for free. The best alternative, I would say, if you're coding and you want to use it for coding, is Claude and Fint. I'll type the name or I'll provide you guys with a document.
okay,
I didn't know that people could ask this question, but I'll provide a document if possible, outlining some of the tools that you can use. But Claude and Fint, they are optimized for coding, right? So they are not like very good for general purpose questions like what is the weather today or how can I do a political question. But if you ask it an AI centric um, problem, it's very optimized to give you the best solutions, the best use case that you could find. So Cloud and Fins are the go-to for coding. And now, if you want to do the let's say the
okay.
project
Thank you.
development or just the brainstorming, you could use things like Perplexity, Gemini, and there are a whole host of things that are available. Yeah. So thank you so much for the opportunity, man.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you, Romari. Thank you for your recommendation. I hope
Okay.
you enjoyed this live with some issue, but it's the life, the technology. So thank you. I hope you will see you next year. So
Yes. Yes.
thank you to you. Thank you to coming. And okay, goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ok. Nous allons passer à notre tout prochain speaker. Voilà, nous nous excusons encore pour tous ces désagréments techniques. Voilà, et nous espérons que tout va bien se passer de votre côté. Nous allons passer à Steve. Voilà, Steve. Désolé, Steve. Voilà, c'est pas facile avec les lives, donc c'est pas vraiment facile. Donc, c'est que tu vas bien.
Oui, oui. Tu peux m'écouter maintenant.
Ouais, on s'entend. C'est vrai qu'il y a un peu de bruit de ton côté, mais bon.
Vraiment désolé pour le bruit. Il y a un peu d'écho dans la salle où je suis.
Oui, bon, je pense qu'on va faire avec.
D'accord.
Voilà, bon, on va plus perdre assez de temps. Je vais te passer la parole et voilà. Go ahead. Thank you.
Ok. Déjà, merci encore de m'avoir aujourd'hui. Je suis Steve Young et mon talk aujourd'hui est intitulé Django, Cyber Ninja et Super Villain IA. Protéger vos applis avec du DevSecOps. Bon, déjà, qui je suis? Je m'appelle Steve Young. Là, c'est mon username sur toutes les plateformes, ainsi que même mon site web, Yoko Juste. Je suis community manager, organisateur de PyCon Africa, founder de Django Cameroun, organisateur de Python Cameroun, AWS Solution Architect, et j'en passe. Bon, c'est quoi le DevSecOps? Le DevSecOps, en fait, comme le nom le dit bien, c'est une combinaison entre le DevOps et la sécurité. Et le DevSecOps, c'est un truc que c'est encore nouveau pour beaucoup de personnes. Déjà, avant de connaître ce que c'est que le DevSecOps, il faudrait déjà savoir ce que c'est que le DevOps. Le DevOps, c'est en fait le fait d'automatiser le développement et Donc, de streamline les processus qui se passent du développement jusqu'à ce que l'application soit disponible en ligne. Pour ne pas consommer trop de temps, pour ne pas prendre trop de temps, je vais devoir sauter la plupart des parties. Bon, comme je disais, le DevSecOps est une approche qui intègre la sécurité dès le début du processus du développement logiciel. Au lieu d'arrêter la sécurité à la fin, elle est intégrée à chaque étape. Nous avons la planification et le développement des tests et le déploiement. Ça, c'est le DevOps normal. Maintenant, nous avons la sécurité qu'à chacune de ces étapes-là, la sécurité s'y trouve. Et ça nous permet de détecter les vulnérabilités aussitôt, tout en assurant aussi une collaboration fluide entre le développement, la sécurité et les opérations. Pourquoi le DevSecOps? Bon, en tant qu'ingénieur, nous savons que chaque outil qui est créé toujours est pour résoudre un problème en particulier. Donc, pour savoir ce que c'est que la fonctionnalité du DevSecOps, pourquoi le DevSecOps vient en jeu, nous devons absolument savoir pourquoi est-ce que le DevSecOps a été créé, ou bien quel problème le DevSecOps veut résoudre. Nous avons la vulnérabilité, le coût, la réputation, la conformité, l'automatisation. En résumé, c'est ce que le DevSecOps nous apporte de plus dans notre processus de développement. Bon, c'est d'où vient le titre de mon talk, les cyber ninja et les super vilains attaques. Ça représente l'idée des attaques complexes. Nous sommes en 2024, je veux dire, c'est l'ère du génératif AI. Et c'est vraiment primordial de savoir exactement où est-ce que nous nous trouvons et savoir comment utiliser les IA pour faire tout ce que nous voulons. Bon, comme le talk s'intitule même, nous sommes en train de parler ici de Django. Et le package Django pèse environ 8,2 mégas. Ça, c'est déjà un truc à savoir. Bon, maintenant, c'est quoi Django? Django, bon, certaines personnes diront Django, c'est juste du Python avec des templates et des modèles, avec des vues aussi, construits sur le MVC, le Model View Controller. Bon, dans Django, nous avons ces templates, donc, ce qui fait que c'est appelé souvent le MVC plutôt. D'autres personnes diront évidemment que je manque. Bon, ce n'est pas complet en fait. Django n'est pas juste les modèles, les vues et les templates. Nous avons la sécurité intégrée, nous avons un interface administrateur généré de façon automatique, nous avons un Object Relational Mapper, la gestion des migrations, les tâches asynchrones et un écosystème de modules. Django en fait encourage le développement modularisé. Bon, pour ceux qui ont saisi les commandes que j'étais en train de montrer au plus tôt, toutes ces commandes-là, j'espère que ça n'a pas fonctionné parce que c'était bazar. Bon, les bonnes pratiques de sécurité dans Django. Nous avons comment configurer correctement son application. Toujours désactiver le mode debug en production, protéger les clés secrètes, on appelle les environment variables, configuration des environnements, la mise à jour régulière des packages. Si vous regardez, chaque package est souvent sur GitHub et il y a toujours une vulnérabilité qui est rencontrée en chaque package. Et c'est aussi bien souvent de télécharger la version la plus stable. Là, tu auras accès à un environnement plus adéquat et ces vulnérabilités-là, la plupart du temps, sont résolues. Désolé pour le son vraiment du background. Bon, le protocole HTTPS et non HTTP, déjà pour la sécurité. Une bonne serialisation des données, autorisation et authentification. Ces deux mots, si souvent plusieurs personnes ont des problèmes quand il s'agit de cela. C'est un peu confus, je sais. Un good login, c'est en fait, login veut dire, en français, c'est le registre. Il faut avoir un bon registre pour ton application. Là, tu peux tracer tous les outputs de ton application quand c'est en train de tourner. Étant donné que s'il y a une erreur, par exemple, ou un mal fonctionnement de l'application, tu es capable d'attraper cela. Il y a le cryptage des données sensibles, mots de passe. Imaginez une plateforme où les mots de passe sont gardés de façon normale, comme un texte normal, ce qui fait que ça peut être exposé de façon... Bref, ça peut être exposé à tout moment. C'est pour ça souvent que les mots de passe sur la plupart des plateformes sont sauvegardés via le hashing. Nous avons aussi le anti-injection. Utiliser les protections internes de Django. Django vient déjà avec rappelez-vous, j'ai mentionné ici là plus tôt que le package Django est 8,2 mégas. Pour ceux qui écrivent du code, vous savez que 8 mégas, quand tu écris un code de 100 kilobits, c'est que tu as vraiment taffé. C'est que tu as eu à faire beaucoup. Imaginez un package qui comporte 8,2 mégas. Nous ne sommes pas en train de parler des images ici, nous sommes en train de parler du code. Bon, reprenons où nous en étions. Nous avons la validation d'entrée, sécurité de session, protection XS, filtrage HTML, hashing du mot de passe, injection SQL, middleware de sécurité, HTTPS par défaut, request headers, défense clickjacking. Bref, tout ça, on va un peu discuter plus de cela dans les pages suivantes. Bon, là, normalement, je devais avoir un démo et workshop. Je devais coder en live pour montrer comment est-ce qu'on peut simuler une attaque et montrer en fait comment Django vient déjà avec des méthodes intégrées pour pouvoir pallier à cela. Mais bon, on va plutôt regarder ces codes snippets. Là, nous avons une comparaison entre Flask et Django. Je n'ai pas dit que ces trucs ne sont pas dans Django, ou bien ne sont pas dans Flask, mais le truc c'est que les Flask, en fait, dépend des packages externes pour pouvoir faire tout cela. Comme par exemple, pour exécuter les requêtes en Flask, si tu veux pas utiliser du SQL, tu veux peut-être utiliser du Python, tu vas te retrouver en train d'utiliser un package comme SQL Alchemy, ainsi de suite. Bon, voici une comparaison, par exemple, de la façon que le SQL Injection peut se comporter. Pour ceux qui connaissent du SQL, vous verrez très bien la différence à ce niveau-là. Et comment est-ce que ça a été réduit en Python. Et pour les curieux, vous pouvez toujours inspecter la façon que les modèles se comportent en Django pour voir mieux ou avoir un meilleur aperçu de tout cela. Nous avons du cross-site stripping. Bon, le cross-site stripping, en fait, ce sont les utilisateurs. Bref, c'est plutôt qu'un hacker, il introduit un script où l'action utilisateur sur la page peut lui lier à une autre chose, ou bien peut tendre vers une autre chose, ce qui fait que tu te retrouves en train de faire une action que tu ne voulais pas, par exemple, collection de données, tout ce qui va avec. On a le cross-site request forgery. Imaginez-vous, par exemple, que vous êtes en train, comment dire cela? Par exemple, vous êtes en train d'explorer un nouveau site de paiement et tout à coup, vous entrez certains identifiants. Les identifiants n'ont pas de se connecter plutôt à votre compte bancaire. Bon, vous n'allez pas constater, c'est dans le background. Donc, ils sont en train d'exécuter une tâche à votre insu via une action que vous avez performée depuis une autre plateforme. Avec le CRF token que Django vient avec de façon intégrée, on se retrouve déjà avec une solution adéquate à cela. Ne dites pas merci, c'est Django. Nous avons le path transversal. Le path transversal, en fait, imaginez-vous que vous voulez télécharger un fichier. Moi, personnellement, d'habitude, je fais cela. Quand peut-être je vais télécharger un fichier, on m'envoie le lien du fichier et peut-être je vois le ID du fichier. Qu'est-ce qu'il essaye de faire? La plupart du temps, je vais peut-être taper un chiffre là pour pouvoir voir en fait ce qui est en train de se passer. Et bref, si je peux avoir ça à d'autres fichiers, juste en changer le nom. Comme vous voyez là, il y a default. Je peux taper par exemple 123.txt file, juste pour tester. Avec Django, tout ça en fait, c'est géré automatiquement. Nous avons le header injection. Bon, dans le header injection déjà, nous avons les en-têtes des requêtes qui sont modifiées pour pouvoir toujours exécuter des actions à l'insu de l'utilisateur. Les sessions en train de couvrir, c'est mon temps qui est en fait très peu. Mais bon, on verra tout ça après. Nous avons aussi le server-side forgery. Je pense que le code l'explique de lui-même. Et je vais aller à la session questions-réponses. Je ne sais pas s'il y a des questions. Ok, j'ai encore 13 minutes. D'accord. Ok. Puisque j'ai encore 13 minutes, je vais juste parler un peu du clickjacking. Bon, imaginez-vous par exemple que vous partez sur une plateforme et vous voulez juste entrer, par exemple, on vous dit que cliquez ici sur ce bouton-ci. Vous cliquez sur le bouton et qu'est-ce qui se passe? Le bouton, en fait, ça peut bien être que le bouton ne fait rien, mais le bouton va faire un truc à votre insu. Par exemple, envoyer vos identifiants à une autre plateforme. On a vu ça avec les clones de Facebook et beaucoup d'autres choses. Nous avons le filtrage de l'HTML. En fait, en Django, on utilise un template en particulier qui est appelé Ginger Template, où nous avons des variables que nous introduisons dans le template pour pouvoir avoir certaines valeurs. Et selon certains identifiants ou certaines valeurs, nous pouvons les introduire à cet endroit-là. Cool. Nous avons les middleware. Bon, les middleware, en fait, les middleware sont des vérifications la plupart du temps. Chaque personne définit les middleware comme bon lui semble, mais c'est toujours bien de noter que plus il y a les middleware, plus nous nous retrouvons avec des requêtes plus longues. Et si vous ne le savez pas, 100 millisecondes, je dis 100 millisecondes, bon, genre c'est 0,1 seconde, c'est vraiment important quand il s'agit du back-end. Parce que la plupart du temps, les interfaces font un départ de peut-être 10 API pour être générés. Donc, ce sont des trucs très importants à considérer. Bon, je ne sais pas trop, mais je vais courir et balancer vos questions, s'il vous plaît.
Waouh. Très, très belle présentation. Je suis fan. Alors, est-ce que tu m'entends, Steve?
Oui, je t'entends un peu.
Oui. Alors, là, on a quelques questions. Voilà, je vais essayer de te les poser. On aimerait déjà savoir, en fait, quelles sont les meilleures pratiques spécifiques à Django pour intégrer les principes de DevSecOps afin de se protéger contre les cyberattaques avancées. Allô?
Donc, vous m'écoutez, vous me recevez?
Oui, on t'entend maintenant.
Ok. Bon, déjà, quand il s'agit de pratiquer les DevSecOps dans Django, comme je l'ai dit au préalable, le DevSecOps, en fait, c'est la sécurité mélangée avec du DevOps. Dans la partie sécurité, quand on parle de Django, il faut savoir déjà qu'il y a le cross-site forgery attack, qui sont des trucs vraiment à considérer. Et toujours mettre le mode debug en force. Parce que, bon, je ne sais pas trop si je peux exécuter un projet Django là. Je vais un peu essayer.
Oui, tu as encore du temps. Donc, si tu peux, si la connexion te permet, tu peux bien lancer un programme ou un truc, faire une démo. Voilà,
bon,
essayer de voir.
D'accord. Bon, vous pouvez voir mon interface actuellement.
Oui, on va tomber.
Bon, ça c'est par exemple un petit projet que j'étais en train de faire en Django. Voici l'URL que je viens de taper. Normalement, je n'ai pas fait cette interface-là. Ça devait nous montrer une page fort. Mais puisque mon mode debug, le mode debug est en fait true, je me retrouve en train de voir certains trucs. Et puis encore, si c'est une erreur 500, parce que la plupart des erreurs 500, ça ce sont les server errors en Django, ça vient avec un tracelock. Et la plupart des tracelocks ont souvent certaines valeurs qui étaient censées garder comme des secrets. Oui. Donc, si tu n'as pas considéré enregistrer tes environment variables, donc mettre les secrets peut-être dans notre env file, ça ne sera vraiment pas évident. Et aussi, voici les protections internes de Django qu'il faut considérer quand tu veux intégrer du DevSecOps ou bien une très bonne pratique dans ton projet. Ok, je ne peux pas sur le bon tab. Voilà en fait ça. Ça, c'était mon timer. On me disait que bon, parce que je pense avoir mis 10 minutes. Je sais pas, vous êtes avec moi.
Oui, je suis avec toi, oui, t'inquiète. Pas encore le temps. On a eu à faire des rajustements, en fait, vu qu'il y a eu des soucis techniques. Donc là, je vais te dire, en fait, quand ça sera bon. Donc pour le coup, là, tu as encore, disons, 8 minutes. Donc, si tu as des trucs à faire, voilà, n'hésite pas.
Non, pour le moment, je n'ai rien. Juste la session questions-réponses. S'il y a des questions, je balance parce que je ne suis pas en train de les voir en ce moment.
Oui, attends, allons voir sur les réseaux. Il y a une question de Logic, Logic Wire qui dit, j'aimerais savoir c'est quoi un defense clickjacking.
Ok, défense clickjacking. Bon, en fait, le clickjacking, je pense sur le code snippet qui fait référence au clickjacking. Semblerait-il bien que je ne l'ai pas fait. Bon, en fait, le clickjacking peut être un truc comme, je sais pas, oui, c'est un truc login. Bon, disons par exemple, je suis sur cette interface-là, où quand je clique par exemple sur ce login-C, disons par exemple, je clique sur ce login-C-là. S'il n'est pas par exemple sur le network section, je clique sur le login-C, je ne sais pas, attendez, j'entre certains identifiants là. Si je clique par exemple sur le login, je me rends compte qu'il y a une requête qui a été faite, par exemple, de ce côté-ci. Apparemment, je suis en train de filtrer. Donc, je recommence. J'ai filtré les requêtes apparemment. OK. Oh, OK. Qu'est-ce qui est en train de se passer? Je ne sais pas trop ce qui est en train de se passer avec mon network section. Mais j'étais en train d'essayer d'expliquer un truc. Bon, comme une fois, j'étais en train de naviguer sur un site et subitement, je clique sur le bouton, je ne sais pas trop ce qu'il était en train de faire, mais ce bouton-là, je me rends compte dans le network session que c'était en train de faire la requête via une autre interface. Bon, imaginez-vous un peu que vous êtes sur l'application Android et vous voulez entrer dans la calculatrice. Et on vous dit que la calculatrice veut accéder à vos contacts autorisés. Bon, là, vous vous posez la question de savoir qu'est-ce que la calculatrice fait avec les contacts. Parce que, bon, si c'est par exemple WhatsApp qui veut accéder à vos contacts, c'est clair, c'est logique. Il veut pouvoir avoir accès. Oh, on ne voit pas mon interface. Pardon, quelqu'un a ce même souci.
Là, on voit que ta slide, je ne sais pas si tu partages ton écran ou bien une ligne de commande ou un terminal.
Tu ne vois pas mon slide.
Oh. Ta slide, on la voyait en fait. Là, je ne sais pas. Qu'est-ce que tu présentes?
Je suis en train de présenter.
Mais oui, moi, si la slide, c'est que c'est bon. La slide, elle est bonne, en fait, on la voit.
Ok, oui, bon, parce que c'est ça qui était en train de présenter. Bon, comme j'étais en train d'expliquer, c'était en fait ce genre de scénario-là. Un peu comme si vous voulez accéder à une calculatrice et la calculatrice me demande d'avoir accès à mes contacts ou bien peut-être d'avoir accès à mes fichiers audio. Là, tu te poses la question que mais la calculatrice, ça veut faire quoi? Ça veut utiliser tes photos pour calculer ton âge ou quoi? Bref, donc c'est en fait ça le clickjacking. Il y a en fait une logique qui se trouve derrière un bouton où toi qui cliques sur ce bouton-là, tu te retrouves en train d'avoir une autre action à ton insu qui est exécutée par ce site-là. Et c'est là que vous comprenez souvent, certaines personnes se plaignent même qu'on a hacké mon compte Facebook. Tu te connectes au Wi-Fi de quelqu'un, la personne peut rediriger vers une interface ou bien une page Facebook que c'est lui-même qui a eu à faire. Donc, c'est pour ça que même la plupart du temps, quand je te connecte même sur une page Facebook, il faut déjà vérifier bien si elle est authentique. Et il ne faut pas te connecter sur n'importe quel Wi-Fi. Ce n'est pas toujours tout qui est gratuit qui est bon. Et je le parle avec expérience. Ou bien je le dis avec expérience, autant pour moi. Et par rapport à la communauté anglophone, I don't know, is there any question?
Il y a une autre question. Voilà. Est-ce que tu as des outils, en fait, DevSecOps qui permettent de détecter les attaques avancées sur Django?
Bon, par rapport à la détection d'attaques avancées sur Django, il y a des librairies en fait qui viennent avec la plupart de ces trucs-là. Comme nous avons des librairies déjà qui vérifient tous les ports qui sont ouverts. Oui, il y a souvent certaines personnes, ils vont ouvrir le port 22. Le port 22, c'est le port SSH, qui est un port vraiment très technique. Une fois que la personne exécute certaines brute force attaques sur ça, et il peut s'y introduire, ton serveur est à sèche. Et nous avons aussi des trucs tels que le throttling. Le throttling, en fait, est limiter le nombre de requêtes disponibles ou possibles sur ton site à un certain bout de temps. Qui s'est déjà rendu compte que sur certains sites, quand tu réinitialises le mot de passe peut-être 3 fois en une même journée, quand tu veux recommencer, on te dit que bon, va un peu réfléchir. On dirait que tu as bu la bière parce que tu ne peux pas oublier ton mot de passe 3 fois. Donc, en fait, c'est une sorte de protection qu'on met sur les endpoints, déjà pour faire en sorte que quelqu'un ne se retrouve pas en train d'accéder à ton interface ou bien à ta plateforme, à ton insu. On établit toutes ces protections-là, en fait, dans ces mesures-là. I'm really sorry that there's a lot of noise for Quit Thomas. Unfortunately, I found myself in a very wrong place.
Et pour terminer, est-ce que tu as des recommandations en termes de tout ce qui sera pratique sur Django, en fait? Donc, est-ce que tu recommandes des choses? Est-ce que tu as des choses spécifiques à recommander?
Oui. Bon, déjà, pour les développeurs Django, les développeurs Python, déjà, je vais commencer avec Django. Nous avons la communauté Django. Elle est déjà, aujourd'hui, elle a 2 ans d'âge et plus. Nous accueillons toutes ces personnes-là qui voudront joindre une famille Django pour pouvoir avoir des solutions à leurs problèmes, pour pouvoir aussi contribuer à la communauté et à son évolution. Ça, c'est déjà de 1. De 2, nous relançons la communauté Python Cameroun après un silence un peu long. Mais bon, nous revenons en fait avec la communauté Python. Date effective 2025. Donc, vous pouvez me contacter sur mes réseaux sociaux via ce lien-là, ou contacter. Bref, pour ceux qui me connaissent, vous pouvez m'envoyer un message pour rejoindre ces communautés. Et je vais aussi passer à ce même point-là pour pouvoir annoncer le PyCon US qui se tiendra aux États-Unis d'ici peu. Et actuellement, le financial aid est disponible. Bon, vous avez déjà une mesure d'avoir les passes gratuits, vos logements payés. Il faudra juste remplir ce formulaire et parler de votre expérience en Python et croiser les doigts pour avoir une chance pour être considéré en fait de participer. Donc, vous suivez juste le formulaire et ça en fait ça. Donc, je vais du coup déposer le lien dans le chat. Bon, je ne suis pas login, donc s'il te plaît, tu peux m'aider à transférer ça, copain.
Oui, il n'y a pas de problème. On va le partager avec la communauté. Et voilà, bon, merci également. Merci pour ta brillante présentation. Vraiment, le public a aimé, moi-même j'ai aimé. Voilà, nous nous excusons encore pour ces problèmes techniques-là. La qualité audio de Steve, c'est pas évident. Voilà, donc,
désolé encore pour mon audio.
D'accord. Le JDG Douala et Buea te remercie énormément pour ta participation. Et on espère que l'année prochaine, tu reviendras avec un autre thème encore plus intéressant.
Merci encore.
Merci à toi. On va également partager le lien pour le PyCon dans le chat. Et voilà. Donc, merci d'être passé. Merci. Et voilà. Et aussi, si tu es disponible le 14, la semaine prochaine, la version présentielle sera également bon, la version présentielle sera là. Donc, n'hésite pas également de ramener ta communauté Python avec nous, voilà, pour que voilà, on puisse partager ces moments inoubliables ensemble.
Ok. Merci encore. Bye bye.
Ok, bye bye. Merci. Gaël, are you there?
Hi, Loic. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. So we are going to continue our exciting DevFest first pass with our next sponsor is Boa Digital. So pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas, Boa Digital, c'est une entreprise, voilà, c'est une entreprise de la tech. C'est voilà, c'est une très belle entreprise et nous la remercions également pour son apport pour cette édition du DevFest 2024. Et voilà, nous allons sans plus tarder passer à sa présentation avec un spot. Voilà, voilà, hop, on va passer à Boa Digital.
Véritable occasion en or pour Zida Talon. Cette jeune Camerounaise se posait des questions à la fin de ses études universitaires et rêvait même de partir pour d'autres horizons, comme certains jeunes Africains, à la recherche de meilleures opportunités d'insertion dans le monde du travail.
À la sortie d'école, on est toujours quand même assez inquiet de ce que ça va être le monde professionnel, mais en Boa Digital, j'ai été très bien accueillie, très bien encadrée.
Grâce au projet Boa Digital, bâti en plein cœur de Bastos à Yaoundé au Cameroun, elle est aujourd'hui une développeuse des applications pour entreprises. Chaque jour, sous l'œil des responsables, elle se perfectionne et réalise en même temps ses ambitions, comme Loïc, un autre jeune formé ici. Leur priorité, répondre aux besoins des grandes entreprises de par le monde à la recherche des talents dans le digital.
Aujourd'hui, je suis capable de prendre un projet, de communiquer efficacement avec un client, de considérer le projet comme le mien et de le mener jusqu'en production.
Boa Digital a été lancé en 2019 au Cameroun. C'est un projet communautaire porté par Habib Tafo, ancien employé de la direction informatique des services d'assurance chômage en France et consultant international.
C'est le projet d'une vie, ça part d'une envie de faire quelque chose pour mon pays et de bousculer le statu quo. C'est simplement se dire qu'on a des jeunes qui ont du potentiel, qui ont du talent et que si on leur apporte juste ce qu'il faut en termes de coaching pour s'arrimer à des standards internationaux, ils sont capables de saisir des opportunités qui sont nombreuses.
Le marché mondial de la transformation numérique était évalué à près de 698 milliards de dollars en 2022, avec des perspectives de croissance de l'ordre de 25% d'après le rapport de la société d'études de marché de Brain & Insight. Un contexte international favorable et un gisement d'emplois rassaisi par les jeunes Africains.
Voilà. Merci. Déjà, je sais pas, est-ce que vous participez à notre tout petit jeu? Voilà, le petit jeu est simple. Il est juste question de prendre votre téléphone, de faire un screenshot, n'importe quoi, et d'aller sur Twitter, Facebook, et faire un post avec le hashtag DevFest Douala Buea 2024. Voilà, c'est super important, nous comptons sur vous. Et nous allons passer d'abord quelques petits spots en attendant notre prochain speaker. Voilà. Là.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Thomas Congo Lawrence, DG Douala Buea. Je suppose que tu t'attendais au DevFest 2029 et le 30 novembre 2024. Mais je tiens à t'informer que le DevFest a été repoussé pour le 7 décembre sur YouTube et le 14 décembre à Canal Olympia. Ta présence est prioritaire chez nous et je t'attends le 14 pour gagner max les t-shirts et les cartes préférées de PSK.
Okay, I hope you are there. We continue our online DevFest edition with our next speaker. Sorry, we make some adjustment of our agenda, so we'll take the Cedric Namkat speaker for now, and then we will switch with Lumiere after. Okay. I don't know if Cedric is already here. Cedric, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, you are here well.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, Cedric. Cedric is a technical lead at Ignite Studio. So we will. J'espère que j'ai bien prononcé. I hope I spell it well. So Cedric is
it's Ignite Studio. Sorry, yeah, it's
okay.
Ignite Studio.
Okay, yeah. Good. Okay, so we will hear about Golang. Yes. So if you are ready, if you are okay, so we can go ahead. Okay. Thank you to be us today. I hope you will share us your knowledge or your story about Golang, how Golang changed your life. So thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me just share my screen. Okay. Just give me a few seconds. Let me share my screen. Okay.
Sorry, we have some issue with Cedric. So Cedric will come back. Okay, Cedric is here.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I have to.
you left off sometime. Okay. Okay, connection. Okay.
Let me share my screen.
Is it now your screen?
Yes, I have to grant some permission on it. Just.
Okay.
Okay.
You have the permission.
Okay.
Okay. It's there. Okay. Good.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So my name is Namkat Cedric, and I'm the tech lead at Ignite Studio. That's located here in Buea. And I'm also the main contributor to the West African Go First community, which was recently set up. And I'm here to talk to you guys about my experience with Golang and how it changed my life. So a couple of things that we'll walk over, simply what Golang is, and my understanding, not everyone that's on the online event has ever heard of Golang. We'll go through some my experience growing up with discouragement, and go through in detail how it saved my life and my life after college and looking ahead with Go. So a brief history about Golang for those that have no idea what it is or what it means. So it's a programming language that was released in 2012 by these two brilliant engineers that at the time were working at Google. They were namely Robert Grisman, Rob Pike, and Thompson. So these guys came together to create a new programming language that would not replace all the existing programming language at the time, but solve a specific problem that they had with most of the programming language. And the main thing that they wanted to solve was the amount of time that most programming language takes to compile code, namely C, C++, and the rest. So a little bit about myself. So when growing up in high school, I was, all these things. I was a self-critical person. What that means is I would normally like ask myself, oh, I'm not really good at programming, or maybe I wasn't really good at mathematics, or I was a slow learner, so it takes me a huge amount of time for me to process information, what the professor or the lecturer would say, and for me to understand. And I suffer a lot with social anxiety. I remember a time when we were in our computer lab. This was when I was in high school. And they asked me a question about what is the difference between volatile and non-volatile memory. And I gave the correct answer, but I switched it over. And when I gave that answer, being just an art student, because I did art in high school, being an art student, that's one of 3 art students in the midst of a lot of science students, and me giving that definition, like everybody laughed at me. And I think that's what really contributed to my huge social anxiety that I had when I was in high school, especially when I was learning how to code. And when I came to the university, this was how my relationship, I'm assuming most people that are in the university or people that had been in the industry for a while had seen C at one point, or those have coded in C at some point. So this was how my relationship with C was like. It was like hidden in me through my head, trying to understand it. So it was really difficult for me to grasp the entire concept, especially how the syntax works and how to connect things together. So fast forwarding to a couple of years ago that I discovered Golang, or when it was introduced to me by my mentor, it kind of helped me to work on my self-critical self, because I'm really somebody that I'm sensitive to critique, and I had a lot of social anxiety, and I had a lot of things I had to work on. So the way Go helped me specifically was mainly its design philosophy. Now, just a brief history about its design philosophy. So Golang focused mainly on the backward compatibility. Now, what this means is, it simply means that the engineers at the time that it was launched in 2012 promised that Golang will be backward compatible from version 1.0, and they have stuck to that philosophy up to now. And the way the syntax looks like if anyone that have ever seen the syntax in Go before, it looks similar to C, but not exactly like C. Because when I was in the university, I had this hard time learning C, and coming back, revisiting this experience back again in learning Golang, that was like C, was really tough from the beginning. So the design philosophy of being backward compatible, the inbuilt developer toolchains that Golang had prior to this point in my career that I'd learned, like for example, programming language like C, C++ did not come inbuilt with like text formatters, automatic API generation. So with Go, for example, Go has a developer toolchain called FMT that it comes in baked with the programming language. What that means is you don't have to install a new formatter. People that engineers here will be familiar with Prettier and the other formatting tool that we use. So Go having that kind of like, the right word I can use is like all-in-one package, made it really easy for me to work with it. And one of the most huge thing that really helped me was a huge developer community that they had around it too. And these things really helped me. Like I reached out to people that had been in the industry for a while, because mind you, Go is a really new programming language. It hasn't been there for long as compared to like Java, C, C++. So that community, for example, they have a really huge Slack community that you ask questions, you say idea if you don't understand things, you ask, hey, how does this work? How do I get around to do this and do that? And they're really amazing people that really helped me out too in developing like my skill. And being someone that had a lot of social anxiety, it was a huge plus for me because I had to like reach out to people now, overcoming that, reach out to people, asking questions. Okay, how do I do this? How do I do that? And that really helped me a lot. And moving forward to my life after college. So, when I got out of college, my first job that I had working on a project, we wanted to build, that's the current company that I work at, we wanted to build an online ticketing system. So just like Eventbrite, but this will be localized, especially here in Cameroon. It was called Clickets. That was the first ever project that I worked with using Go immediately after I got out of college. And we, the funny thing about it is we had 1 week to learn the programming language, that's just to be familiar with it, and the next week to start work on the project immediately. Because at the company that we work at, we had to, most of my colleagues did not have huge experience with Go. So we all had to like learn it for a single week. And when I look back on it now and I think about it, it makes a lot of sense. It kind of like brings this kind of I wouldn't say pride, but like being proud of myself because I did not really see myself as someone that I could really grasp something that would look like C 3-4 years ago. But we had just 1 week to be familiar with that language, and we worked on a project and we launched it, and it is still going strong now with the project. So the looking ahead, with the future with Go, there is a meetup community that I just created. It hasn't been that long that was created for join out 2 sets of people. The first are people that that are in my shoes, that are people that you had this kind of perception in school that they tell you, oh, if you want to start off your career, learning C is the wrong way to go, or learning Java is the wrong way to go, and it gives you like a lot of anxiousness, And when you think about all the things that you know and the things that you want to know, that gap seems really large, And to close that gap between what you know now and what you need to know is really huge. So this Go community is a step forward towards that direction, helping people that want to meet other like-minded people that have been really anxious, that have been facing difficulty in understanding which programming language to start off with, and around those areas. So that is the future we're looking ahead using Go. And thank you very much. I don't know if there is any question. Thank you.
Thank you, Cedric. Thank you for your brilliant presentation. So it's very, very interesting and inspiring presentation. So we have some couple of questions. I want to know, do you have some Golang community? Are you in a Golang community in Cameroon or something like this exists?
Okay. Yeah, okay. So the Golang as well has a community on its own, and it is mainly on Slack. And there is another community called Golang Insider Community that is on X. So people that are on X, you could just search Golang Insider Community. I think that's the name. I will be willing to share the link of the Slack channel.
Okay.
Let me just look that up real quick. So yeah, the main community that they have, that they release like the new versions of Go once they're out, the new updates, the new patches that they've done so far, they release it on their Slack channel. So I'll just share that right now. Thank you. I don't know if there's any other questions.
I have another question from social network. Is Rostan? Rostan say what is the job market for a Golang dev in Cameroon? Excellent question.
Yeah, that's so I guess what is one of my mission or what I'm trying to do before I answer that question, what I'm trying to do is, from my assessment, it seems as if there is not a lot of Go developers, especially in West Africa. That's my assessment. Because, I mean, mind you, Go was released only in 2012, so 2011. So it hasn't been really that, it hasn't really been widely adopted per se, or it hasn't been really around as compared to languages like Java, C++. But it has really been adopted, especially when it comes to cloud services. There are even people making headway with embedded AI. So it has really been adopted, like with major companies like Google, Uber, those are like, and even services that us as developer we use like Docker, Kubernetes, all those were built using Go. So it really shows how widely adopted that Golang has been. And when it comes to the job market with Go in Cameroon, I cannot explicitly say how it looks like. But what I do know is I think most company or some company, especially SaaS company, software as a product company, they are actively recruiting Go developers. Thank you.
Okay, we have another question from Derek. It's how was your dev life before Go, and how is your life now that you got in Go?
Yeah, yeah. So so let me look for the right English term to use. So it was like all over the place, like learning everything, learning C, learning C. Oh, no, let me move C. Learning JavaScript, learning Java, learning Python, learning this, learning that. This, that. Oh, React. Have you heard of React? Yes, I rush and learn React. Have you heard of Angular? Yes, I run and learn Angular. Have you heard of it? So my life was just all over the place. I did not have a specific focus in saying, okay, this is what I like learning this, or this is the programming language that I like, and this is why. That's really important for you to identify, okay, this is, you like this programming language and this is why you like it. So in terms of how it looks now, I think me being here trying to create awareness to other people is a significant improvement, because I did not do that when I was learning other programming languages like Python and Java. So in terms of how me being here, so yeah, it's a huge demonstration of how it has been. And from my experience, being someone that had a lot of social anxiety too, especially like, because when you are a developer, it is inevitable. You have to work with other people too, and learning the right communication skill, how to communicate with others, sell your idea to other people, which is a huge soft skill to as a developer to have. Those are things that has really improved, because I felt like Go gave me this kind of focus, because my little research that I've done about Go in terms with other programming languages, Go focuses a lot on some certain things. So Go is not like, if they want to do it like Java, or they want to do it like Python, or they want to do it like this. It just focuses on, okay, this is the issue that we want to solve, which is things like having a design philosophy. There is this, concept, or this article that was published by a lot of the Go developers, the Go team, if I'm correct about that. It's called Go Proverbs. So it kind of like, and I think Rob Pike, which is one of the creator of Go, kind of gave a talk of back in 2015, and he highlighted kind of like the specific thing that Go focuses mainly on. So that gave me like focus on what I want to pursue. So I hope that answers your question.
I think it's good for Terry. So we have another question is from YouTube. Is what is please the advantage of Golang compared to another backend technology like Java, Spring Boot? Yes.
Okay. So in terms of okay, let me take this example. So let me compare Go and JavaScript. And I'm not an expert in when it comes to the nitty-gritties of JavaScript, but this is what I do know. The huge advantage of Go is in terms of its speed, how fast it is, because Go is a compile time programming language. What that means is it's not interpreted as Python. So what that means is it has a significant amount of speed when it comes to compile time and when it has to run. So, and taking another example again, comparing it with programming language like Java, the I think it still falls back to the speed that Golang has and the support system that it has with it. For example, if you're working with something like Java, and if I'm wrong about this, other people can correct me. The Java doesn't come with inbuilt developer tool chains. Like, for example, we could talk about stuff like a formatter, an inbuilt testing package, stuff like that. So you kind of like have to like tie those things together before using it. But with Go, it already comes. So you already have testing. That is, you do not have to install a new package to write your test, your unit test or integration test with Go. You just simply use the standard package. It even comes in with its own inbuilt HTTP server that you can use. So you do not need to use an external package or an additional package to do like create your endpoints and APS and stuff like that. So for now, those are like kind of the advantages that I think Go has compared to other programming languages.
Okay.
And,
We have
one
another.
other
Sorry.
just
Go ahead.
yeah. So one other thing I would like to add is there is nothing as this programming language is better than this one or good than this one. The only thing is which programming language suits the work that you want to do. So for example, if you want to build a HTTP protocol, for example, or you want to build a system that is CPU intensive, that will take a lot of CPU. You really want to think about the programming language. For example, programming language like, let's say, JavaScript, they are CPU intensive. They do not run, they do not do concurrency. That's running multiple things concurrently. The programming language like Java do that, but programming language like Golang, they also do that. So it's not about this programming language is better than this one, but which programming language suits your project or your use case. So thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you for your answer. We have another question from DDG Douala. So, what were the main benefits of adopting Golang, both professionally and personally? What's your
Okay, that's a really good question. So, professionally, adopting Golang, it has really helped me in building my network. Let me put it that way. So, again, Golang is a pretty new programming language. So, for you to wrap your head around how to let's say if you're looking for a job, you have an opportunity, and just to add again, just add on that professionally, Golang organizes conferences like GopherCon, just like other programming language organizes them. So I've had the opportunity to meet really brilliant Go developers like the software engineer, the engineering manager of Cloudflare, Matt Boy, that lives in London, and other really good Go developers that have really helped me in like develop my professional experience. Now, speaking about personally, how he has helped me personally, that would be like my fear of C, because I really like once I see C, it's just like putting a nail on my head and nailing it in. Shooting my shooting my foot with a gun when I had to learn C. But with Go, it has really helped me it gave me that focus, that sense of focus and confidence. Like with its design philosophy, its huge community support that helped me to overcome my social anxiety that I had, my self-critique that I had a lot. and I hope that answers your question.
Okay, thank you. It's very good explanation. So we have the last question. We have another question. I think it's the last, but can you share with us some example of some project you was working with Go, like successful project you drive like starting to the end? Your text you are experiencing. Can you give us this kind of feedback?
Okay, that's a really good question. So, back at the company where I work at, we were building this online library, which is it's basically just taking documents that you have in PDF and making it accessible to Cameroonians online. And we had to do this infinite. So there are a couple of things here, and let me mention in respect to when it comes to the speed. So again, as I alluded from the beginning, Golang was built around speed, that is for it to be fast. And since it's a compiled time language, it is really fast. It's not interpreted. And on the platform, people have to come and search for a document. And we all know, especially developers, you don't like when you search something and it takes like, I don't know, 2.3 seconds before you, you see the search result. And Go with its feature or with its ability to be really fast, it really helped us to speed up our search result for like uh, close to, I don't know, up to from 5%, estimated from the top of my head. So I think it was a really good, it was a really good decision for us to adopt Go because people now could set something really fast, and the server that we had running on the cloud could like give a search result really faster than if we had adopted other interpreted languages. Hope that answers the question.
Okay, thank you. I don't have another question. So, can you have something to tell us to enfin, sans ton dernier mot, ou bien tu as quelque chose à nous partager, quelque chose, je sais pas.
Yeah,
Can
your
you,
English is good, by
you say?
your English is good, by the way. Your English is good.
I try to my best. It's not good.
It's good. So, yeah, thank you. So,
You have go ahead. So,
okay. So I just started this Go community. If I can share my screen real quick,
yes.
just so. Okay. So I just started this Go community called West African Gophers. So, and just my apologies for not explaining what this means. I know some people might be really pissed off with it. So, the kind of like the Go mascot, or let me say the logo of Go, the idea um, to adopt that this name called gopher. So a gopher is a natural animal. A gopher is an animal that lives under the ground. It like creeps and comes out of the hole. It's a natural animal. So I don't know why the guys decided to call it go, because go comes from the animal gopher. So if you code in Go, they call you a gopher. Not that you're an animal, it's just an acronym that they attach to your name. So there's this community that I just set up recently called West African Gophers. And the main idea or the main reason why this community was set up is to bring people that want to are enthusiastic about this new programming language, and they want to play around and see how it works, share ideas and stuff like that. And people too that maybe might want to like talk about maybe they have been in the same situation they've been to, like they have like a lot of social anxiety, they are really self-critiquing. We want to build this kind of community because I tried to look it up online, but we do not have any huge Go community, just like we have like Python and other programming community, especially like in West Africa. There is one that is in Nairobi, but that's just that. That's just it in Africa. So this is an endeavor that I really love to get more people on board that would really help us drive this movement in West Africa. So this community I have exists, and if people want to reach out, this is my name. Reach out to me on LinkedIn. Um, I don't know if that's enough closing remark. But
Yes, I think it's good because community is the main reason of tech people. When you are in community, you learn a lot. You hands up opportunity. You make you create your network. It is very important for the job, for something like that, to find job, to get experiences, to get feedback. I think it's good. Thank you for your end word. I don't know if you need to say end word. So it's very
thank
good,
you.
very very good. So um, I don't know if my co-host is up. Okay, are you there? I want to. Did you have something for Cedric?
No, I think you've already spoken everything. And again, just want to appreciate you for being here. Thank you, Cedric.
Thank you too. Thank you too. All right. Bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you to be there. So you are up. You will be us next year. So thank you. Euh, je sais pas, je vois pas les développeurs, les DevFesters, je vois pas les hashtags sur Twitter. Je sais pas si notre jeu est débile, mais vraiment, partagez encore, vraiment, participez au jeu. We have a senior, I am senior, okay. Thank you, Chaptech, okay. Okay. Something for promotion. Okay, thank you. Les développeurs, s'il vous plaît, partagez, participez au jeu. Il est très simple en fait. Juste un screenshot et aller sur Twitter, voilà. Utilisez le hashtag DevFest, DevFest 2000, DevFest Douala Buea 2024. Voilà, donc vous avez le hashtag qui défile là sur le bas de votre écran. Et voilà, partagez avec vos amis. Nous arrivons à la fin de notre édition online. Malheureusement, nous n'avons pas pu avoir notre speaker, Meko Lumière. Malheureusement, nous espérons que prochainement, il sera avec nous. Nous allons passer à la partie au mot de fin. Mot de fin. Okay, Guy, are you there? Guy?
Hi, Loic. Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Okay. Okay. We'll continue with the N word. So we are in our talk or our online session or the Act 1 of DevFest 2024. So I will give you the floor to end this session and also to encourage people to come on in present session. So you have the floor, guys. And then I will end.
Thank you so much. Guys, we've been here for 3 hours and we just want to say we are very grateful for all those who have been with us from the very beginning and all those who have joined us during the program. I really wish StreamYard had like reactions and emojis. I would have really used it right now, but it's really been an amazing event and you guys have really been amazing, and we just hope that you like get a taste of what next week is going to have. We are going to have much more interesting talks next week with much more interesting speakers, and you are going to have the chance to meet them physically, ask them questions, and just connect with them, right? So I think I don't even have to say much about you guys being present for the physical event because it's a must. So again, thank you all for indulging us for 3 hours of today, and see you next week. And thank you, Loic, my
Ok,
co-host. Thank you very much.
d'accord. Merci, Gaël. Voilà, nous espérons que vous avez aimé le DevFest, cette toute première partie en ligne. Voilà, nous tenons encore à nous excuser pour ces différents problèmes techniques. Ça arrive, voilà. Heureusement, on a dû réajuster avec le temps. Voilà, certaines speakers ne sont pas passées à leur temps convenu, comme publié sur nos réseaux. Mais nous vous invitons à la deuxième partie, à la partie en présentiel le 14 décembre 2024 à Canal Olympia. Et surtout, continuez à nous follow sur nos réseaux, sur Twitter, Facebook. Le handle, c'est GDG Douala, également GDG Buea. Donc, partagez, likez. Et il y aura également de magnifiques talks, voilà, le 14, c'est samedi prochain, donc c'est dans une semaine. Donc, si vous avez des amis, vous avez des communautés, n'hésitez surtout pas de leur partager le flyer, de leur partager les speakers. Et surtout, venez en présentiel parce qu'il y aura vraiment tout le rassemblement, toute la tête camerounaise sera présente. Et aussi, voilà, si vous avez comment on dit ça? Si vous avez d'autres communautés, voilà, n'hésitez pas à venir, voilà, de partager, voilà, surtout, restez connectés. Et nous allons vous laisser avec nos différents sponsors. Voilà, nous tenons encore à remercier PCK, Boa Digital, également les autres sponsors qui ont vraiment apporté leur pierre à l'édifice. Et aussi, voilà, nous espérons que nous allons vous voir la semaine prochaine. Canal Olympia, n'oubliez surtout pas, il y aura également le sponsor Basic va également partager beaucoup de cadeaux, beaucoup de cadeaux. Donc, il y aura plein d'activités également. N'hésitez surtout pas de venir, voilà, venez avec vos amis, vos frères, vos sœurs, bref, tous ceux qui sont dans la tech, tous ceux qui veulent faire dans la tech. Voilà, je pense que j'ai tout dit. Gaël, you have something to add? Ok, merci à vous, merci vraiment d'être venus. Vous étiez plus d'une centaine à nous regarder aujourd'hui sur toutes nos plateformes, Facebook, Twitter, et aussi Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Voilà, nous vous remercions encore pour tous vos commentaires, toutes vos réactions, tous vos partages. Et aussi, c'est pas facile, voilà, nous comprenons et nous espérons vous voir la semaine prochaine et surtout remplir le canal Olympia. Donc, nous souhaitons remplir le canal Olympia. Et voilà, merci d'être venu, restez connectés sur nos différents réseaux. Et on vous dit à samedi. Merci. Thank you everybody. Thank you everyone. See us on next week at Canal Olympia Besengue Douala.
Vous recherchez une solution de paiement électronique stable. Voici pour vous PayStick. Profitez d'une expérience unique en payant sur des millions de plateformes avec frais de transaction plus bas que terre. Plus aucun souci à se faire pour les frais de recharge, car nous vous proposons une panoplie de moyens de recharge, depuis les mobile money jusqu'à la recharge par vos banques habituelles. Pour rester plus proche de vous et vous signifier notre soutien infini, nous vous offrons des remboursements allant jusqu'à 100% de votre achat, ainsi que le cheminement de votre produit depuis le pays d'achat jusqu'à votre domicile. Téléchargez PayStick maintenant.
Véritable occasion en or pour Zida Talon. Cette jeune Camerounaise se posait des questions à la fin de ses études universitaires et rêvait même de partir pour d'autres horizons, comme certains jeunes Africains, à la recherche de meilleures opportunités d'insertion dans le monde du travail.
À la sortie d'école, on est toujours quand même assez inquiet de ce que ça va être le monde professionnel, mais En bois digital, j'ai été très bien accueillie, très bien encadrée.
Grâce au projet Bois Digital, bâti en plein cœur de Bastos à Yaoundé au Cameroun, elle est aujourd'hui une développeuse des applications pour entreprises. Chaque jour, sous l'œil des responsables, elle se perfectionne et réalise en même temps ses ambitions, comme Loïc, un autre jeune formé ici. Leur priorité, répondre aux besoins des grandes entreprises de par le monde à la recherche des talents dans le digital.
Aujourd'hui, je suis capable de prendre un projet, de communiquer efficacement avec un client, de considérer le projet comme le mien et de le mener jusqu'en production.
Bois Digital a été lancé en 2019 au Cameroun. C'est un projet communautaire porté par Habib Tafo, ancien employé de la direction informatique des services d'assurance chômage en France et consultant international.
C'est le projet d'une vie, ça part d'une envie de faire quelque chose pour mon pays et de bousculer le statu quo. C'est simplement se dire qu'on a des jeunes qui ont du potentiel, qui ont du talent, et que si on leur apporte juste ce qu'il faut en termes de coaching pour s'arrimer à des standards internationaux, ils sont capables de saisir des opportunités qui sont nombreuses.
Le marché mondial de la transformation numérique était évalué à près de 698 milliards de dollars en 2022, avec des perspectives de croissance de l'ordre de 25% d'après le rapport de la société d'études de marché de Brain & Insight. Un contexte international favorable et un gisement d'emplois saisi par les jeunes Africains.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Lorenz, DG Douala Buea. Je suppose que tu t'attendais au DevFest 2029 et le 30 novembre 2024. Mais je tiens à t'informer que le DevFest a été repoussé pour le 7 décembre sur YouTube et le 14 décembre à Canal Olympia. Ta présence est prioritaire chez nous et je t'attends le 14 pour gagner les t-shirts et les cartes prépayées de PSK.
Hi everybody, it's Sonia here, and I'm inviting you to DevFest Douala Buea from the 29th to 30th of November. I attended my first DevFest in 2021 and I got the opportunity to meet and network with industry experts, and I've been able to grow my career and my network ever since then. So I think it's going to be an incredible and fun experience for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you here on the 29th and 30th of November. Thank you very much.